The need to shift away from conventional practices is driving businesses towards change, with many organizations looking to renewable natural gas, or RNG, to fuel them forward.
Renewable natural gas is a biogas that is derived from a natural process called anaerobic digestion. This process is the breakdown of organic matter from products like food waste or agricultural waste. And then it is refined into a state that can be used in place of more carbon-intensive energy sources like conventional natural gas or coal.
Using organic waste to create a clean, reliable energy source can counteract environmental challenges and spread economic benefits to surrounding communities.
RNG traditionally isn't that reliable. That's what's kind of unique here. This is a different kind of RNG where it's consistent every day. It's really difficult for most RNG to produce the same amount of gas every single day because you have to have the same amount of feedstock, and that feedstock, in this case, the spent stillage, has to be consistent. So the fact that it is very consistent, we can tell you exactly how much gas we're going to produce from day to day, week to week, month to month, and pretty much the entire year.
So Brown-Forman established some pretty aggressive sustainability goals for 2030. It involved water conservation, greenhouse gas emission, and all the way down to our suppliers.
Really, the whole planet has limited natural resources and it's finite. So for Jack Daniel's, they reached out to Three Rivers Energy Partners to find a way to grow in a more sustainable way and not to overtax the natural resources in this region.
Now, renewable solutions that utilize existing bio-waste streams are helping organizations successfully transition to a more sustainable future.
We start with the concept of the idea, and then we go through and we try to run what we call traps, all sorts of different traps to see, is this really gonna work? Then when we dial it back, we actually go back and look at this and say, are we really saving any energy? Are we solving a problem? In this case, there was a lot of energy that was going to waste. It's just been traditionally done this way for over 100 years. And a methane that actually would have evaporated into the sky for most reasons that you don't even realize is taking place. It's just the mere fact that we're capturing that now and being able to clean that, utilize it, put it into a pipeline system for both Jack Daniel's and the local residents to use.
With a proven technology, resulting byproduct provides a nutrient-rich natural fertilizer that can be put back into the earth or can be made into feed supplement, helping to enrich both livestock and surrounding farmland.
If you think about it, a lot of the fertilizer that grains in the grain bill here at Jack Daniel's and other distilleries, corn, barley, rye, that kernel of corn takes nutrients out of the soil, things like nitrogen, phosphorus, potash. Those minerals, they go straight through our biological process. So our water that leaves the anaerobic digesters are nutrient-rich fertilizer. So corn becomes corn fertilizer, goes on neighboring regional cornfields, that corn comes back. We don't really produce it or consume anything. We capture what's there, we recycle, we repurpose. So all of that circular economy, regenerative ag is really what this project's about.
With a top-down strategy that emphasizes communication, regenerative practices like these are working to illuminate and address project hurdles while reducing potential risk.
It's really about solving a problem. Are we solving a problem? And then the second part of this, can we solve a problem, create a renewable energy, and at the same time to make sure that we're not disruptive and that we're not changing too much? You know, the third part on the funding part of it, it has to make financial sense. So it's basically those three steps and then going back. Again, it's that 2 steps forward, 1 step back to check yourself.
As companies embark upon any sustainability initiative, it has to be such that it addresses the current needs and also provide for the needs of generations in the future.
In the future, regenerative practices will continue to drive change and create a world where eco-conscious choices are at the core of every business decision.
I think that empowering is just the mere fact of giving them options so they get to choose the way that this plant operates and choose the way that it looks inside the community and the way it works inside the community.
Over time, because consumers demand their products that they purchase to be more environmentally friendly, governance, socially responsible, all those things. So as the story gets out that these products are made with regenerative agriculture in a very responsible way, it just builds that momentum, and it really is leading the industry in a lot of ways to show others how to do it.